Welcome to BreezeLine, where you'll say, "Ta-ta, T-Mobile, our home internet is just plain better. More reliable and faster because we put internet first. If there's network congestion, we won't slow your internet down like T-Mobile does to help their cell customers." And right now, you can try out a true internet experience with BreezeLine's reliable and fast fiber-powered home internet. Find your perfect speed with prices starting at $19.99 a month for 24 months. Terms and conditions apply. Go to breezeline.com to learn more.
Need weekend plans to get spring ready? Make Lowe's your weekend destination this spring with Weekending at Lowe's. Stop by for free activities and workshops, including our upcoming Raised Garden Bed Workshop. This month, we're celebrating with fun events like Springfest Egg Venture, where you can enjoy Easter treats for the whole family. Visit Lowe's.com/events for this month's full lineup. Count on Lowe's for all of your home improvement needs. And now, activities in your community with Weekending at Lowe's.
Welcome in. The Eric Zane Show podcast. We meet again today, dear Meathead, with my 89-year-old father. This is the first time I've been able to say 89-year-old father. To think that dear Meathead, I think he was, when we started the bit, it was 2016. Like officially. So this will be our 8th year of doing it. To think that he was, in his early 80s when we started. So I get him on the phone yesterday. I give him a call. Hold. Hey, Days. No. Quit. She's got a vet appointment today, by the way, because she peed again in the living room floor. Got to see if she has some type of urinary tract infection. 11:30 with Dr. Levin. Probably costs about $1,000. Whatever. It's just money. That's okay. Get Dad on the phone. And, man, I threw him for a loop yesterday because the conversation, it didn't add up in his brain. Because my joke was, here we are just a couple of days removed from his 89th birthday party. And I said, hey, we're planning your 90th birthday party. We've got time to plan your 90th birthday party. And he goes, wait a minute. Didn't we just have my birthday? Yeah, uh-huh. No. What I meant was I was just being silly because, yes, we did just have your 89th birthday. But that was a few days ago, and now we're working towards your 90th birthday party. And, man, the dots were not connecting. I will say this. As Kenny says, does he still not accept what age he is? Is there still any issue with that? No, it's not that he didn't accept it. He just was confused. I think you could, in theory, gave him the wrong. If you said, hey, happy 69th, you could convince him that he was 69 years old. That's, I think, where we are in the grand scheme of mind. No, there's no more confusion with that. As long as you, but like I said, if you could easily throw him off. If you made any type of reasonable argument, you could convince the man of a different age. But there have been periods of time where he was like, no. It's like, Dad, you're born in 1934. And no matter what type of math you did, you could break it down. This is before you had dementia. You go, all right, 34 to 44 is how many? 10. And you could do that all the way up to 80. And then count one by one those last 9 years. And he would not budge. Would not budge. It's the same way he wouldn't budge when he was, I don't know, in his early 60s, maybe late 50s. What year was that he sent me the card that said, I love you like a son? I'm guessing it was '01. That would be 22 years ago. 67. And I said, Dad, this is weird. Why? Well, this is a card you would get to someone who was not an actual son. It was just someone that, it was a specialized card for a person to give to a younger person who's very close in the family. I love you like you are my son. Yeah. Well, I am your son. I know. And that's what I love you like. And this one, it was just like Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Is on third. Maureen had an issue. When my mom was turning 80, I told her how old she was, and she got mad at me and said, I am not 80. Yeah, I think that when they get up in years like this, you could equate, in some folks, the brain power is operating at a capacity of like a child. Tyler says on the BBL days, didn't he refer to Jeremy from Saranac, who would always call for Dear Meathead as the son he never had? He may have. I don't recall that, but I'll take your word for it. I just saw him, by the way. He and his lovely better half just had another baby. He's very, very busy, too. Very successful. All right, so I bring up Dear Meathead because any questions for Dad? Well, we will talk to Dad again for another edition of Dear Meathead. Brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Send them along. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I would love to hear a question. He would love to hear from you with a question. So please send it along. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Can we just ask your dad who's on first? Oh, you'd blow his mind. Kenny says he loves that bit. I do too. That who's on first, what's on second? I don't know. Who's on third? I don't know. God, is that classic. Whoever wrote the bit is fucking brilliant. I just told you. Very, very funny. Clever as hell. We have a COVID diagnosis in the home. I started thinking about it when I heard the intensity at which our beloved Madison was coughing. In fact, when she first started to experience symptoms, I said, you should take a COVID test. Was that met with acceptance? No. You're stupid. You don't know. I think nowadays that's why there's so many of these readily available. Because when these symptoms crop up, it's a good idea to, check that one off. And then a couple days later, take another test. You don't know. Okay. And I talked to you yesterday about how she came home and very dramatic. Feel my forehead. I'm so sick. You should probably take a COVID test. No. All right. By the way, Sunday, we are officially classifying the birthday party celebration we had for Diana as another super spreader event. Stand by. Because of the Madison exploits, we have now qualified into super spreader stardom. She goes over to a friend's house yesterday. Comes home from the friend's house. Friend reveals that a family member has COVID. Madison was in the presence of these people yesterday. So I think we might have one COVID diagnosis merging with another COVID diagnosis. I think we created a new strain right there. This place that she was at is going to be Wuhan Market. She says, hey, my pal's brother has COVID. I'm going to take a test. Or boyfriend or somebody. I don't know. I go, okay. And now in the back of my head, I'm like, so now you take a COVID test. You realize that if it comes out positive, it's not going to be from them, from the exposure you had at their place. So that really has nothing to do with the COVID exam. You probably had it before you went over there. And now you've created a new virulent strain that will kill us all. Gets the test. I get a text. I'm laying in bed. I have COVID. I couldn't tell if she was crying or not on the text. Because if that's me, I'm like, yes. If I have, first of all, if she has COVID, and one small percentage of me is like, well, you know, I'm sad that you have COVID. I'm sad that you're struggling. You're going to be fine. But, you know, I did tell you to take a test. I did tell you to do that. But I can never breathe that. If I ever suggest that I was right, I'm dead. We don't want that. We're going to forget that. But I was right. I was definitely right. She should have taken a test. So that, like, she's, you know, in the next room. I call her up. And then the other reason why, if it were me sick, I'd be like, yes, I'm sick. Yes, I got COVID. Awesome. I don't have to do shit. You don't have to do shit. Now, I would probably, you know me. I play hurt. I've done the show while having COVID before. No big deal. I would still, if I could, do the show. But, I mean, I am now limited on the things I can do. I am a minimalist at heart, so I would just kind of like wander around the room and not do a whole lot. Dickface Kenny says, let me just send her a message real quick. Update her on what's being discussed this morning. You will not. You will not do that. She would kill me if she found... She does not like me discussing things on this show. NW980 says, which daughter was more of a handful? Jackie yelling, Dad, I gotta go. Or Madison with, Dad, you're stupid. Well, Jackie did that too. Dad, you're stupid. They all kids do this. This is not separated by gender. And I'm witnessing it myself when I see Doug and Dougie. Now, I'm not related to these people at Bosco's, but you have a father-son relationship there. It is the duty of the offspring to think that the parent is a fucking moron. It's your job. You're doing a good job. If the parent says the sky is blue, the young person says, fuck you. That is how it is. Now, if someone else says the sky is blue, you go, wow, yeah. But if it's especially, well, no, I can't say one or the other is more of a prominent scenario. You are an idiot to them. If I don't even know if Stephen Hawking has any kids, but if he did, Stephen Hawking could say something brilliant and his kid would say, "You don't know. You don't know, idiot. Shut up." That's their job. Stand by. So that's how it is. I gave up long ago trying to figure these people out. I don't ask questions. I go, unless if it is a life and death scenario, I just keep my mouth shut and try not to intervene. I get her on the phone. She's upset. I've got so much stuff to do. What am I going to do? And I said, well, nothing. She was like, I have to go to work. I go, well, you can't go to work. Why? I go, because you have COVID. Now, apparently brain cells leave when you're upset. And I guess she's complaining that at the restaurant that they're going to be mad at her because she caught COVID. And I was like, well, I have never heard that. I mean, we've been going at this now for pretty much more than 3 years. Well, we've been shut down. The shutdown happened more than 3 years ago. I think everybody's on the same page. Sam says you can go to work, but you have to wear a mask. Really? Well, I guess that's up to the employer. But anyway, so I go, well, she goes, yeah. She's like complaining about she has to do this, that, and the other thing, this, that, and the other thing. I go, well, I don't know what to tell you. And by the way, you can go to work, but you have to wear a mask, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. If that does work, all right, I can handle that. But then that would mean that masks work. And, pretty much 49.9% of the population does not believe that masks do anything. So that's kind of weird. What is it? Do they work or do they not work? What's happening here? Or just stay home and recover. 5 days from when symptoms start to emerge. So like Friday, it's like, just relax, read a couple of books, have a drink. I'll make you some soup and a grilled cheese or something. It's cool. I'm here. I'm not worried. Since I had it in late November, from what I'm understanding, if you had it, you're pretty much immune for about 10, 11 months. You see, here we go. Nick, throw another log on the fire. He says masks don't work unless completely sealed to a clean-shaven face. They don't work, or they don't work at peak efficiency. I mean, don't means there's nothing stopping the COVID disease, and it's blasting you in the face. Wouldn't it have some effect? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm done trying to figure that shit out. All I know is that when the next respiratory bomb hits the world, I'll be ready. And when I say ready, I'm going to panic and act like a child. Thank you for being here. Now, if you're enjoying the show on my Facebook page, that is facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, or on Twitter @Eric Zane Show, or through the YouTube channel, Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Please follow me on all of those. It's time for you to move on down the line, as ZZ Top once said. If you want this full show as it happens live every morning, go to twitch.tv/Eric twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Or download the Twitch app in the App Store. Just search Twitch. It's free. Download it. And then in the little magnifying glass thing, put Eric Zane Live. There I am. Follow the page. Subscribe to the page. Link it up with your Amazon Prime account. It's all the information is there. You just got to root around. No problem at all. You'll figure it out. And then you can enjoy the show uninterrupted. The audio podcast, as always, is available for download wherever you download shows. I am on every platform that exists, including iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I'm on all of them. If they have give you the option to rate and review the show, please do so. Let me know what you think. I like reading those from time to time. Occasionally, I get nasty ones. They're not so much fun. But I've learned to process them a little better these days over time. It's taken forever to get my skin a little thicker, but you have to. So, all right. And if you ever want to reach out to me, drop me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. So I'll say goodbye to you now, but you can pick the show back up on Twitch. And by the way, Twitch has video on demand, so you can watch the show later on if you want. There you go. Facebook and Twitter. Damn it. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Cole in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado says, masks do not work. But you can go to work with COVID now if you wear a mask. That's the rule. Well, I don't know what I believe there. Everybody seems to be an authority on this topic. Nick indicates to me that he knows things. Cole indicates to me that he knows things. Let me know where you got this key information. I need to find out how you guys know so much so that I can know a lot. Or did you just hear it somewhere? All right. Stand by. Went back to the YMCA yesterday. Hadn't been there in forever, it seems like. I've been so damn busy. The last time I was there, stand by again. I'm so sorry. The last time I was there, Team Knuckle Dragger, Andy specifically, made a joke that my belly sticks out further than my penis. It was just a dumb, weird joke. And I looked at him, I said, oh, fuck you. Walked away. Now, we bust each other's balls all the time. Now, there's a lot to make fun of with Andy. Okay? You have a guy in his, I don't know, I think he's like 54 or 55. And he is absolutely jacked. He is, wow. I mean, he is so damn big and strong. He has the body of like a 22-year-old. Like, no shit. This dude is just jacked. But he has the world's dumbest haircut. He tans regularly. And this is all he does. He works out, shaves his body hair, and tans. He's like an old man twink with a horrible haircut. So I bust his balls as much as he busts mine. Now, I cannot, I don't have the strength, the body. I am a target for him. Maureen says, is he single? No. You don't want any part of this, nor does anyone. And he's married. So he made a crack the other day about my gut sticking out further than my penis. And I then this is like a week and a half ago. And for whatever reason, I haven't been back since. And these idiots thought that I was butthurt and they were feeling bad. I walk in. That's it. It was the Dickie Doo joke. That's exactly what they did. Your bellies stick out farther than your Dickie Doo. How did you know that? That must be an oldie but a goodie. So he dropped the Dickie Doo joke, which I couldn't remember until you said it, Chris. I leave, don't think another second of it. And then days pass. They think I'm hurt. And they're like worried, and they're gonna like reach out to me and say, "Hey, are you mad at us?" So I come walking in yesterday, and they're like, "Oh my God, thank God, we were worried about you. We thought that we pissed you off with the Dickie Doo joke." And I go, "What?" And they explained that they thought that they hurt my feelings, and then they said, "But I tried to talk. Brian suggested that I hurt your feelings," and I said, "No, I wasn't on board with that." This is fucking knuckle dragger Andy, the old man twink. He goes, "There's no way Eric can be upset. I mean, he dishes out so much shit. I seriously doubt that he's upset." And Brian's like, "I think you hurt his feelings." Now, of course, he did not. And so I go, no, you didn't. You fucking idiots. I think a whole lot more than that. You guys aren't smart enough to say anything that would upset me. You know? The only reason why you guys get a big laugh out of that is because I don't say anything back. I simply let you win because I know I could destroy you morons. You are stupid, stupid people. And it's good for business to let you think that you're getting one over on me. No, I just was busy. I couldn't come in because I've got a life and I was doing things. My God. Of course, I didn't say any of this shit. So that was fun. I go, no, come on. But it was good to be back in there. Everything went as planned. Did my little run on the treadmill. Did my little weightlifting, which is so feeble. Oh my God. I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I don't want to do too much. I just want to make these muscles move a little bit so that I can swing an axe and chop a log. That's all. Aram says, have they seen the Mr. 10 video? They wouldn't make fun of that guy. No, they would. They absolutely would. Come on. The only thing the only thing that stands out in the Mr. 10 video is the dancing and the gayness. Oh my God. Truly at a sexuality crossroad at that point in time. Truly. Tyler says in feats of strength, they are superior. In a battle of wits, Eric would destroy them. Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah, I don't get in a battle of wits with anyone. I don't ever, I just like, oh, you got me. It's more trouble. You really gotta, something really fucked up has to happen for me to ever do anything but take it. Because I just want to accept the interaction, get the fuck out of there. You're slowing me down. Hello, good to see you. All right, I'm a dick. Okay, my dicky do, whatever the fuck. See ya. Bye-bye. Our friends in Ottawa County are at it again. We've gotten to a point where now the local TV news, Wood TV 8, they just watch the usually 5-hour weekly meeting and then just pull out the juicy moments when shit hits the fan. Now, when we last left you, we had the one guy, the Republican, I forgot his name, Jacob Bonema, who was elected as part of the board of commissioners or whatever the fuck in Ottawa County while being supported by the PAC, Ottawa Impact. These hillbillies get together, they raise a bunch of money, and they are able to successfully convince the voters to elect them. Jacob Bonema was one of those people who benefited from it. As soon as they took over and started to do business as the new board, he realized that the lack of transparency wasn't what he signed up for, and he's now distanced himself from that Ottawa Impact group. And, the rest of the board are all still in lockstep with the Ottawa Impact Political Action Committee and with each other. Bonema has broke from them, though he is a Republican. And he's let that be known. So this is the first meeting that they've had since last week when Bonema said, this is not what I signed up for. These people are fucking crazy. So in the most recent meeting yesterday, there was a problem between the dude who is the big swinging dick of the whole commission. His name's Joe Moss. He's the guy that his face looks like a used condom. He's super Ottawa Impact. And then this Bonema guy who has left the group. I wish this was a longer story, but it's only like 1 minute long. Tyler says, speaking of stupid people, Ottawa County, LOL. Aram says, has anyone done any recon by going to Fresh Phone in person? The reporter from the TV station went there, and he's never around. I think what they need to do, they actually have to do like a stakeout in front of the place. Go to Fresh Phone and just watch. And wait for this guy to come out, this Moss dude. Audio check. Video check. Here we go.
Tense moments today as Ottawa County commissioners debated commission rules. The lone Democrat on the board wanted to make two things standing items in the commissioner's regular agenda: an administrator update and general comments and questions for commissioners. But when Commission Chair Joe Moss pushed back against the change, there was this exchange between Moss and Republican Jacob Bonema, who recently split from Ottawa Impact.
So, the way he just describes this, Brian Sterling, so the Democrat wanted a couple things added to each meeting. Moss said no. And then the dude you see here, this Bonema, he's the one who jumped in and said, well, now, wait a minute.
Commission rules. The lone Democrat on the board wanted to make two things standing items in the commissioner's regular agenda: an administrator update and general comments and questions for commissioners.
That seems like such a simple thing. Why? What's the problem with that? And Moss is like, nope, we're not doing that shit.
But when Commission Chair Joe Moss pushed back against the change, there was this exchange between Moss and Republican Jacob Bonema, who recently split from Ottawa Impact.
I really protest this.
Commissioner Bonema, you're not recognized. You can wait.
We are elected just as you.
Commissioner Bonema.
Hit the gavel.
Commissioner Bonema.
You are
out of order. Please stop. We are going to move to a vote on this item.
Okay. What the fuck is going on here?
There was this.
So I guess this Bonema, it's not your turn to talk. Is that what's going on here? And then Moss interrupts him. And then he picks up the gavel. You see Moss pick up the gavel. And Bonema goes, hit the gavel.
This exchange between Moss and Republican Jacob Bonema, who recently split from Ottawa Impact.
I really protest this.
Commissioner Bonema, you're not recognized. We go wait.
We are elected just as you.
Commissioner Bonema,
hit the gavel.
Commissioner Bonema,
you are
out of order. Please stop. We are going to move to a vote on this item.
The vote to add the standing agenda items failed 3-6.
Why are 93% of...
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about county politics, but he put it to a vote. If you're Moss, you're happy. You're like, well, hey, that sounds like a great idea. Let's put it to a vote. The Democrat could, he could have the greatest idea in the world that would actually make life great for everyone in the county. And Moss would be like, great idea. Let's put it to a vote, which all of these like-minded fucks. And then no matter what it is, they'd shoot it down. They don't give a fuck. Oh, my God. Moss is just angry because Bonema left the Make Ottawa White Again group. Dictator Moss will not allow you to speak. What a dickhead. Well, to be fair, though, you guys got to understand. I mean, I think Moss is a fuck. But he won fair and square. And he is the boss. And he runs his meetings like he wants to run them. So for now, there is not shit you can do. He is breaking no rule. Yes, he's a dickhead. But, I mean, look, if I was in this position, if I was in a position where, I was in charge, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to do everything I can to piss people that I don't like off. And that is what is happening here. And he was put in place by people who like him doing that. So it's either get out or keep your mouth shut. There's nothing that can happen. I love it. I'm glad that this is happening. Because frankly, when you get down to brass tacks, though I live in this county, nothing these people do can actually really affect me. It might rub me the wrong way, make me a little mad, but, I can sit here and talk about how much of fucking butt fucks these people are on a regular basis. And it's cool. I don't care at that point. Sam says people are like gears and Zane is like sand. Of course he wants to piss people off. Yes, of course. Maureen says he doesn't have to act like a dickhead when he knows he will win every vote. Correct. However, you have to understand. They were put into this position, voted in, and now they want the world to know it. That's how it goes until the next election happens. And I'm guessing that these people will not be booted out. In fact, there'll probably be more of them elected. It is our own little Nazi party here in our corner of Michigan. I am surrounded by Nazis. Chris says, true, Eric Zane, I don't even live there anymore. Chris says he's probably drawing MAGA scum to Ottawa County from Grand Rapids, so it's a good thing. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'm happy about that. I love that. I want more MAGA scum here. I am so entertained when I drive down the street and I see a 25-year-old Silverado with 15 flagpole holders. It is spectacular entertainment. Chris says a joke that I don't get, or maybe it's a typo. Ottawa County to be renamed what? I don't know what that is. New what? Anyway. It's a Handmaid's Tale reference. What the fuck that is? I'll take your word for it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this show happens every day because of my own Ottawa Impact, my Patreon members. Thank you so much. If you like the free content, the one way to ensure that it keeps coming to you for free is to drop a few bucks into my Patreon bucket. Now, this isn't a, hey, give me money. I need your money. Just say, give me your money and I give you nothing back. No, I put hours and hours of content on the Patreon each and every week. And you can subscribe to that for just $5 or $10 a month, even lower if you sign up for a year. I suggest just trying it out for 1 month. See if you like it. Now, what this does is that money helps keep the lights on, helps keep the vet bills paid, and everything running smoothly. The Patreon allows me to do this podcast, one of the ways I can, free of charge, the free show. I do 2 shows a day, this one and the Patreon. Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. The Patreon is no advertisements. It is listener supported entirely, ad-free. And if you sign up for just 1 month, I don't think I'll let you down. I hope I don't let you down. $5 or $10 a month. $5 a month is all the audio. $10 a month is the audio, the video, and the live streams. Now, if you like it after that 1 month, you can convert it to a yearly, and I will take 10% off of that cost, which means what was $5 a month is now, wait a minute, $440, $450. I don't know. I had the math and then I lost it. And what was $120 a month is $108. So there you go. Sign up. I'm sorry. What was $120 for a year is $108 for a year. That's all confusing as fuck. I'm sorry. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. The opening and live stream of today's show brought to you by A&E Heating and Cooling. 616-516-8579. The immortal Joe Martinez. He has employed every member of his family. He even has the little child on the ad, on the TV ad. Oh my God, his granddaughter. 616-516-8579. One day, this empire will all be hers. And thank you if you've called upon Joe in the past to get his expertise. It's now time to start scheduling to get the AC tuned up. Of course, we got to wait till it gets a little warmer. I forget, 50-something degrees before you can actually do an AC tune. But still, get on the schedule. Don't you dare fire up that AC without getting it tuned ahead of time. 616-516-8579 for A&E Heating and Cooling. You will get ripped off if you call any of these other schmucks. They're going to march into your house with like a sales force behind them telling you about all the shit you need to buy. You don't fall for that. Don't even call. 616-516-8579. It's time to think about getting a pool installed. The kids have always been like, Dad, can we get a pool? Dad, can we get a pool? No. I don't even know where to begin. I know where to begin. You begin with Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. One phone call takes care of everything. You reach out, 616-457-0500 if you're in West Michigan. 3 crews installing pools this summer. Otherwise, you wait 2 seasons. All the other companies are way behind. But Jeremy out the door, who is the owner-operator of Jennison Pool and Spa Depot, just added 2 full crews. So what you do is you call that number, 616-457-0500. They're going to set you up with your in-store consultation. You'll go see Jeremy, and then he's going to tell you what's up and how it works. While you're there, you'll notice it's wall-to-wall hot tubs. That place is a unbelievable shopping. I'm struggling here. Shopping. Sound like Kanye West after the hurricane. They have a bunch of hot tubs, is what I'm trying to say. Go check out which one is good for you. All different price points. They also service hot tubs and pools. All the chemicals you need are there. All the pool supplies are there. Jennison Pool and Spa Depot, Chicago Drive, between 8th and 12th. Blue awning. They're on the south side of the street. That's eastbound. Finally, another local business before I move on to the next portion of the show. Johnson Discount Outlet. When I rip up the carpeting, the piss-covered carpeting in my living room, I will be putting vinyl plank down. Pet-proof vinyl plank. I'm going to get it from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. They have every type of flooring under the sun that you could possibly imagine. If you can walk on it, they have it. But it's way cheaper because they buy so much and just put it on display, and then it sells. When it's gone, they get more. They do it this way because they have the room. The discount outlet is a large building. Store it all there. You go buy it. Boom. It's already the lowest price in the state of Michigan. Take an additional 10% off when you say my name. You just march in there, see one of the great people that are working. So Eric Zane sent me. And then when you're doing your final purchase, they're going to take an additional 10% off. So a lot of people go there with their trucks, their vans, and then they leave with the flooring. It's like one way in, one way out, and you leave with it. It's awesome. Eric Zane for HelloFresh. You're going to save 60% plus free shipping. Pay attention. Here are the options for you. Take the family out to eat, and then you're bankrupt by the end of the month. That's out. Okay, I'm going to plan a bunch of meals. I'm going to do research, hours on end, go to the store, buy all this stuff. Somebody's going to crash into my car. I'm going to get home. Nobody's going to like it because I didn't do the recipe right. The instructions weren't clear. It goes to waste in the fridge. Blow even more money. And then everybody thinks you're a terrible preparer of meals. Or you can call upon America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh. I would just like you to try this. You know, I mean, we go way back, you and I. So just try this just once. Go to HelloFresh.com/Zane60, and then you'll use the code Zane60 for 60% off plus free shipping. So the box comes to your door after you make the various checks of what you like and how much food you actually want to get, and then let it play out. It comes to your door. The instructions are perfect. They're on individual cards. All of the portions are measured so that nothing goes to waste. You plate the food, you pass it along to the family at the table, and they're like, this is fantastic. I am not kidding you. It is a life game changer. HelloFresh. Again, you go to HelloFresh.com/Zane60 and use the code Zane60, and that's 60% off plus free shipping. Now, this offer does not last forever, so now is the perfect time. As I'm talking to you, log on, do it, sign up, and then get ready to have some fun and be admired by your family and friends. And make sure you tell me how it goes. Reach out to me on email or whatever. Scream at me when I'm running down the street and tell me that I was right, because I am right. HelloFresh is fantastic. I swear by it. I love these folks. HelloFresh.com Zane60 and use the code Zane60 for 60% off plus free shipping. They didn't become America's #1 meal kit by doing anything other than being the best. Thank you, HelloFresh.
Get ready, because Scott's is taking over Daylight Saving Time. It's such a big event that we're calling it Day-Long Saving Time. And now it's got real savings. In fact, it's the biggest deals of the year. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action and Easy Seed products today at the Home Depot and Lowe's. Offers available March 9th through 22nd at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact offers.
Welcome to BreezeLine, where you'll say, ta-ta, T-Mobile, because we have 99.9% network reliability, and they don't. That's right. Time, weather, or even streaming in a basement won't affect our superior service. That's because we have real internet, backed by our fiber-powered network. And T-Mobile, well, they just have a 5G cellular network. So for a limited time, find your perfect speed with prices starting at $19.99 a month for 24 months. Terms and conditions apply. Go to breezeline.com to learn more.
Okay, there you go. Dear Meathead, in moments. I'm about 50 minutes into the show. And let's see. I have one, maybe two, maybe three emails for Dad. Reach out, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. If you have any questions. So remember, I think it was Monday, maybe Tuesday this week. Now that the Alec Murdaugh thing is over and done, and he's going to prison for the rest of his life for killing his kids. The story was this mom whose 19-year-old kid was found dead in 2015, a couple miles from the Murdaugh home in South Carolina. And she had been saying forever that it was not a hit and run. His car did not break down, and he was not walking along the side of the road and then was hit. And then left to die, and then he died. She's said there's so much more to this, and no one would listen to her. Well, with this trial of Murdaugh, and now it being over, she said, now is the time for me to try to bring more light to this. I want my son's body pulled out of the grave, exhumed, and I want a independent death examination, autopsy. I don't think they call them death examinations. Hey, what are you? I guess you could say I'm a death examiner, medical examiner. Jesus. She wanted an independent one to see how the guy died, to see if she could convince the cops that it was in fact a murder. Now, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, I guess they're known as SLED. Shouldn't it be SCLED? SLED has said, no need. You don't need to do this. We're probably going to do it ourselves because we now think that your son was murdered. Like suddenly they have come out. They had reopened the case, but a lot of their resources in South Carolina were going to the actual Alec Murdaugh case, bolstering that. They were limited in what they could do because the resources were spread to try to convict this piece of shit who killed his wife and his kid. All right. But now this kid's death, this Stephen Smith, is front and center. Now, right away, the kid with that unbelievably red hair, Buster, the one who's not dead, Buster Murdaugh, He right away said, I had nothing to do with this shit. This is not me. I just can't get past the hair on this guy. In my opinion, he's guilty because of that hair. Now, look, being that my wife is a redhead, her hair at one point was that exact color, maybe even more brilliant. And you know, you get a little older and redheads, they turn blonde. And I love red hair on a woman. On a guy, it is the most fucked up thing ever. This kid looks like Ronald McDonald. This fucker is guilty based on that fucked up hair. And you know, the abnormally pink penis. I'm stealing that from Drew. Drew is the one who came up with APP. The abnormally pink penis on dude gingers is just ridiculous. You know he has an APP. I cannot support the gingers have no soul because my wife is a ginger. Ginger boys, perhaps. Like Ed Sheeran, every time I see that fucker, I'm like, God, you just look fucked. You sing great, but to me, you shouldn't even be allowed to live. You look so screwed up. Maureen writes, I hope someone has a video of Buster sucking Stephen Smith's dick. Okay. Maureen says also my grandson is a ginger, the cutest ginger I've ever seen. Well, that's fucked up. Don't tell me that. I just had the joke that all gingers should die, and you're telling me your grandson is a ginger. That makes me, that's actually funnier. The joke is now actually funnier. I just announced that your grandson should be killed. Oh, no. Kenny says today is Judge All Books by Their Covers Day with Eric Zane. So Buster has been like, oh, he's like getting out in front of his preposterous. I didn't kill anybody. All right. Now we all know he did it. Now SCLED is going to find this out. SCLED has said he was not killed by a vehicular accident, but instead died by intentional homicide. What the fuck is up with this Murdaugh family? Smith's car broke down, supposedly, just a couple miles from the Murdaugh's family, South Carolina hunting estate. And he was a classmate of Buster. And I saw a clip where the students say, yeah, there was always rumors about Stephen, who is gay or was gay, and Buster having a suck-off competition. Initially, South Carolina State Highway Patrol said that the 19-year-old died by the hit and run, but Sandy Smith said her son would have walked through the woods on his way home if his car was not working instead of walking along the side of the road. She also said her son would not have left his wallet in the broken down vehicle. As investigators determined, Sandy Smith was not the only skeptic. Eric Bland, an attorney from Bland Richter Law Firm who represents Sandy Smith, announced on Tuesday that he spoke with SLED Chief Mark Keel and learned the boy's death is now considered a homicide 8 years later. Well, what changed, though? I mean, that's what I want to know. I mean, if they've changed, they put themselves at risk. This SLED group, because is it incompetence in the first place that led you to think that? What's going on there? Keel told Bland that he did not have to exhume the body to prove to SLED that Smith died by homicide and not by a vehicular accident. Why the change? What's going on there? That's what I would want to know if I was the mother of that kid. It's like, okay, that's great that you changed your mind. But why did you? They're saying things like, we have a chance to right 8 years of wrongs, and we intend to do just that. So this mother for 8 years has had to, pain away at all of this, trying to get someone to listen to her, and now suddenly they are? The ruling that Smith's death was caused by hit and run, still a form of homicide, has been controversial. In fact, former Carolina State Trooper Todd Proctor, who led the preliminary investigation into Smith's death, told Fox News there was no evidence pointing toward the death being a hit and run or even involving a vehicle. It looked like it was staged, he said in 2021, like possibly the body had been placed on the roadway. Why the fuck are we talking about this now? No tire marks on the road, no broken car parts. This is one of the investigators. Nor did Smith show any signs that he slid across the asphalt after being hit. You know, like road rash and shit like that. Yeah, this is fucked up. So now they have yet to link the ginger. Buster, though, who's guilty as fuck, said he denies any involvement. I haven't spoken up now because I want to live in private while I cope with the deaths of with my family's deaths and my father's incarceration. He says he's been targeted and harassed by members of the media and the public. Oh man, fingers crossed that we find out the truth, because can you imagine the documentary on this one? Oh my God. Oh. I haven't even watched the first one, and I love it. Shit. Okay. Dad with me in a moment for Dear Meathead. Don't forget about tag accounting. We are just days away. Well, we're not. We're more than that. Just under a month away from the tax deadline. Get your taxes done from tag. I just heard from Joe Pellerito, the not stupid Pellerito family member. I also heard from Jacob Bennett getting taxes done. Let me know if you have. I'll give you a shout out. Throw a little shout out. Sign up. Reach out to Tag Accounting today, 616-301-9516. Have them do your taxes. 616-301-9516. Anywhere in the U.S. Just call. Make your tax appointment. That's all you got to do is call the number. They handle everything else. Next thing you know, you got your money back. And a lot of it. More than you would have gotten if you did it yourself or had to use some stupid program or getting your identity stolen. God bless Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, the trusted source to get your vehicles repaired. They have free loaner cars for you to use. They are the absolute best, the pedigree of car repair. Servicing all makes and models except Volkswagen. 616-532-6600. I'll be at Bosco's Pub this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Go there. I'll make you dinner. They open at 4. Bosco's Pub, part of Terra Square in Hudsonville, Michigan. It is time for another edition of Dear Meathead. Brought to you, of course, by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Hot on the heels of another fantastic birthday celebration, let us bring in Dad to talk with you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Well, how are you? And welcome home.
Yeah, Dad, how are everything going good over there?
Everything is well.
All right. You know, here we are, just a handful of days removed from that amazing birthday celebration.
Yeah, there was quite a few bits of celebrations, eh?
Yes. Those were quite a few bits of celebration.
Celebrate here, celebrate there, celebrate everywhere.
Nothing better than that. Nothing better than that.
Yeah. Everybody all right?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I just found out that Madison, who you did not see, she's got COVID.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know.
Quite a few people around me have got it, but I don't associate with them,
Yeah, I love that you have not gotten it, and we'll just hopefully that'll remain. It seems to be like it's more of kind of just a nuisance more these days. It's kind of not as devastating. I don't know what's been going on, if that's all the vaccinations or what, but she'll be fine. I'll take good care of her. The good news is she's here.
Give her our love and our prayers that they get better right away and go on with their lives.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. She's kind of like acting like it's the end of the world, but she says, "Oh, what am I going to do? I'm supposed to go to work. I'm supposed to do that." And
if you're not ill, hey, no.
That's what I said to her. I go, just don't worry about it. It's time to relax. This is what we do. We actually have to relax.
Sure. The employer understands it. There's nothing anybody can do.
I think they understand it. I think I'm hearing more and more about employers saying, well, come to work anyway.
Tell them go to hell.
Yes. I think it would be foolish, in my opinion, for someone
Definitely.
who... Yes. You definitely don't want that.
Anyway, we had a good time visiting with you guys.
Oh, that was great. The food was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was spectacular.
So there's nobody else is ill or sick or anything?
No, nothing else. Feel good. Everybody's happy.
Okay.
Matt has a question for you, Dad. You ready?
Who's this?
His name is Matt.
Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, hi, Matt.
Now, Matt is, he says, here you are, you're 89, and you no doubt have had a lot of cars and trucks over the years.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a favorite over the years that you've loved more than anything?
The one car that I loved is not because it was a car, but it's just that I had it. I had the worst piece of junk in the world that cost me like maybe $4. I'm telling, that's just a car that was worth. I paid $4 for it, and that's the first car I ever owned as a young kid. Didn't have money, didn't have nothing, and I had to work on it, and I just worshipped that car, and it was really all messed up. It was a little bit of car, and I just.
What do you mean by it was a little bit of car?
I mean, it's a tiny little car.
Oh.
Kitty car, you mean?
Okay. Well, now is this like your first car, right?
First car I ever had. That I didn't know nothing about how to fix it or do anything.
Oh, okay.
It ran.
Now, Dad, is this the one that you got in a wreck and you left it on the side of the road at the intersection?
At the ultimate years, yes.
Oh, okay. So there was an accident, and you're like, oh my God, and then you just got out and walked home.
Yes.
And you
I almost cried because that's the only car I think I paid about $6 for that car.
Why didn't you have it towed or something like? I mean,
are you kidding?
I don't think you're supposed to just leave it there.
Yes, I had no problem doing that because I didn't have the money to pay anybody to do that.
Well, back then, did they ever track down who it belonged to? Did you have it?
No.
No. Wasn't it registered in your name?
I don't even know if I was registered.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. So you loved it.
I didn't have any inkling information about how to own a car, how to take care of it and all that. All I knew is how to keep it clean.
Well, yeah, you were new to the country.
Yes.
And so, You're just basically spending all your time washing the hubcaps.
I'm telling you, I cleaned that thing up, but it was a piece of shit. Pardon my English.
Well, all right. But what about that? Didn't you and Joanne have that sweet Buick Riviera?
Oh, yeah.
That was a great car.
Yes, it was.
And then some jackass stole it.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, we was parked right by the house in the supermarket. Where the grocery store, wasn't it? Walmart or Kmart. Kmart's.
Ah, for God's sake.
We come out, and now her car was just gone.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Locked.
Yeah, you have it locked. Hey, Dad, Joanne was telling me that you're not, you're getting kind of, when you guys go out to the store, sometimes you may like sit in the car because you have a fear that someone is going to steal the car.
I do.
Yeah. When did that start?
Well, hey, I just don't, because it's happening. I watch on the news how they steal the cars.
Well, you and I spoke about that, and I think what's happened there is there's a couple of brands of vehicles that are made in Korea that, yes, you're correct. They're easy to steal. I think there's some type of a problem with them that makes them an easy target. But your car is not one of those. I don't think you would have that issue.
Well, I can't change my mind.
But I don't leave you in the car.
I
make you get out and come in.
Yeah.
I generally go in.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Occasionally,
Yeah.
I guess a couple of times I just sat in a car.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Seriously. You know. I
don't know.
Tell you what, your car is not going to get stolen. If it gets stolen, we'll just get you a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I'm the type of a guy that if you don't have a headache, don't go to the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Right. If you don't have a headache, don't go to the doctor.
Yeah. If you know that might get stolen, well, make sure that that doesn't get stolen.
Now I'm confused. All right. Dave writes, Meathead, if you did not live in Michigan, can you think of another state you might like to live in?
I think I would like to live in New York.
What?
Yeah, I would. Well, I don't know. It's just a fantastic place to be.
You always said Alaska.
Well, yeah, but Alaska is just, I can't tolerate all that cold.
Well, all right. So you'd like to, all the big buildings and the hustle and bustle.
Yeah, that's just, to me, it's a very lucrative state.
So, wait a minute. So you're going to go there and make money? Is that what's going on?
No. But it's just a great state.
Okay, now you got New York City, where it's the biggest city in the world, and then you got the state. It's kind of like, it's like farmland and small communities. What do you prefer, the big city life or the? No,
I don't really care for the big size or size of the city or state. But it's just it's a live state.
It's live.
It's always busy.
It's a live state, always busy. Well,
that's the way the people are over there.
I didn't realize you were such a jet setter.
I didn't either.
Oh, well, I would like that, but what I've got is I'm accustomed to. I love what I've got.
Yeah. Well,
it's perfect house for us.
Well, it's just weird because you have it's very quiet where you live right now. It's a neighborhood. Yes. But you're talking, the way you're talking, you're going to go to New York and invade all the discos.
Yeah, that's just a busy,
Dad, Ashley has a question, and you're going to love this.
What's the name?
Ashley.
Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
And she is talking about your favorite topic. Do you know what your favorite topic is?
My God, I don't know.
Joanne.
I don't put any kind of favoritism towards anything.
I don't know if you heard me. She says that your favorite topic is Joanne.
Well, that's exactly because
Right.
24/7 or sitting next to each other.
And Ashley says, "What is?" She says, "Joanne has such a wonderful laugh. She's such a blessing for everyone, and especially you, Dad." And then she asks, "What's your favorite thing about Joanne?"
She really don't get mad. She might get mad, but she will get mad. But I've never really her madness was never anything that I would begrudge it and so forth. I might get upset about it, but I don't have that issue with her.
That's your favorite thing?
Your favorite thing is she.
Favorite thing because.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
Listen, no. I mean, she's a great housekeeper, great cook. Everything is great about her.
All right, so
my dinner's all ready. And then especially now that I don't have too good of a health memories. She really is there on top of things to take care of me,
Well, I think
I don't ask for it. I don't do it. She's right there, does it?
I think all these things, Dad, they kind of qualify as she just loves you forever.
She does.
Okay.
No doubt in my mind.
Yeah, it just sounds better when you say it that way because, I mean, when you say her madness was never anything that you would begrudge.
Well, if she got angry, I mean, she's a human being. She could get angry, but she doesn't have that kind of issue.
Yeah, so you said her madness was never anything you begrudge, and she cleans the house good.
Well, okay. Next thing I know, I'll go for lessons in English.
No, we love the way you talk, Dad. Are you kidding me? It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect, and it gets your point across, and that's what we love.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all I have for you. Is there anything that you would like to conclude with that's on your mind, you or Joanne, that you have going on in your worlds?
Well, I'm glad you did that, honey. I really appreciate that. And by the way, we did enjoy having you at that party there.
Oh, that was great to see everyone. Sue and Jim put on a hell of a show.
Oh, it was fantastic. Fantastic.
All right. Well, I love you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon. And okay. There you go.
Give our love to your family, to your dear loved wife.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
and Joe, you deserve each other.
Thank you. Yes, we do deserve each other.
Good or bad?
All right. And enjoy your bits of celebration today.
All right. Thank you.
Love you, honey.
Okay, love you too, Joanne. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, there we go. Some classic dadisms. Some classic meatheadisms. Oh, my God. When he says, oh, yeah, she cleans the house and cooks for me. Oh, God, boy. Classic. Thank you. I appreciate your questions on the Facebook post. And Maureen, thank you for sending one in. All right. With that, your old pal EZ has to go tinkle. Stevie says, those are some Mickey Mouse statements. Chris says, so there's your email. Yeah, it just popped up on the screen. Tyler says, quote, my favorite thing about her, she's good at vacuuming. Kyle says, number one rule when finding a spouse, how is their housework? While Dad was talking, Aram's like, stop! Rip cord! All right. Regarding my dad, yeah, New York sounds good. Yeah, no one saw that coming. No one saw that coming. And then him to say, piece of shit car. He doesn't think that shit is a swear word, by the way. All right. Your old pal Easy has to go tinkle. Don't go anywhere. All right. All right. Love my dad so much. Hey, it's now time to get a brand new Eric Zane Show podcast t-shirt. You can find all of the selection at ericzaneshow.com. Click on merch. Off you go. T-shirt, hoodie, long sleeve, short sleeve, tank, ladies cuts, guys cuts, different T-shirt blends, coffee mugs. It's all there. It's a hell of a shopping experience, and there's always sales. My shit is cheap. You will pay $6, I think, $6 or $7 for shipping, which sucks. That's how they get you. I don't make any money on these damn things. $1 or $2 a shirt. Let's see. Any sales going on right now? No. No sales whatsoever. For a t-shirt, you will pay $22. All told, after tax and shipping, works out to about $30. Over the years, here's the exact number of t-shirts I have sold. This design right here, the Eric Zane Show. Classic logo tee. I've raked in 66. 11 with the pets. 17 with Who Needs Radio. 21, it's like poverty radio. 2 is making a podcast. I can't believe I've only sold 2 of those. I love that shirt. 15 Dear Meatheads. 3 Black and White, the podcaster comic cover. 3 the podcaster color. The podcaster comic cover. That's it. That is it. It's pathetic. Hoodies. 3 of these, 15 of these. They're really comfortable, by the way, the hoodies. 2 of these, 21 of these, 17 of these, 11 of these, 66 of these. They are really, really thick and cottony and soft and comfy and fun. Get one, ericzaneshow.com. Click on merch. Off you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Adam says, how many have been sent back to you? 1. I got some more things sent to me the other day, which I didn't really talk about. It was a few weeks ago. Someone sent me, I still get things from the Zaniacs, the group formerly known as Zaniacs. Someone anonymously sent me a cock. And it said, you are a dick. And it was a statue of a penis. I didn't even want, I said to my wife, I go, don't even open it. I know what it is. And then another person sent me, it was some type of gag that the return envelope said something about porn addiction. So, it comes and then the gag is the mailman sees that you are getting something from an organization that supports porn addiction to help you. It basically outs you. So I got that the other day too. So it happens all the time. That's never ever stopped. Every week something happens. With these people. In fact, I will be on the radio next week, Tuesday to the following Tuesday. So 6 or 7 shows. Maybe Tuesday to Wednesday. I'm not sure. Remember last time I was on and Troy Finholm, he wrote a letter to my boss complaining. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Yeah, this is it's a regular occurrence. These are strange people. This all this does is further prove that the best thing I ever did was finally tell these scumbags to fuck off. It was really great. It's worked out fantastically. I love how they actually had the idea that like this would be the end of my show or something like that. Like they had some type of they were like, well, we'll just take away our support and he won't survive. It's like, are you kidding me? The dumbest thing you've ever... It's dumber than most of the other shit that you stupid idiots say. God damn. Ryan says, if only you had thought that some creepy dude showing up outside of your house in front of your mailbox was funny. Imagine the possibilities. All right. What the fuck was I going to do? What was I going to talk about? Okay. Real quick, before I get to the next thing, I'm involved in a class action lawsuit. This is ridiculous. Before I get to that, though, if you need a mortgage, call upon the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. From anywhere in the U.S., except Alaska, Hawaii, South Carolina, and Maine. 231-332-6505 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. NMLS number 3035. TC Paintball. Book an event at TC Paintball. A terrifically fun entertainment adventure at TC Paintball. Now, it could be just a bunch of people who've never played paintball before. And just getting together, a workplace party, team building, birthday party for a kid, bachelor party, you name it. They do it all. And you're hosted. You get there, you fill out your little waiver, and then the team at TC Paintball walks you through it every step of the way. They take you through how your gun works, whether your one price that you pay, you get your rental gun, which are great guns, very durable, fun, excellent rental guns. You get 500 paint shots, you get the mask, and you're all ready to go. Okay? You can purchase upgrades, coveralls for your clothes, so if you don't want to wreck them, and you just throw them in the garbage when you're done. You can buy gloves to save your hands and fingers because it kind of hurts when you get a hand hit. And then you're hosted. You got refs on the field as you dodge the paintballs. So much fun. Book an event at TC Paintball. TCPaintballGR.com. Terrific entertainment venue in West Michigan. I got a letter from some law firm, a 10-page letter that I am involved in a class action lawsuit. And I am part of the class. I didn't know this. The defendant is a company that runs radio stations called Cumulus. Redheaded B-Lips, WBBL, Cumulus. Now, that station and that person has nothing to do with this. But what is going on here is a group of like 7 people, and it named them in the lawsuit, filed a complaint suggesting that the 401k plan, known as the plan, wasn't managed appropriately. Their claim was that we would put money into it, and if you work for Cumulus between 2014 to like 2022, you're in this. So I'm in it. And I can't be not in it. I can't not be in it, it said. There's nothing you can do. You're in it. So all these people are like, yeah, well, it's our opinion. We think that the plan wasn't managed appropriately. There's some type of legal maneuver, I forget what it's called, act, employment, retirement, something act of 1974 that says that if you work for a company that has you in a 401k, there has to be someone who manages it. Like on the 401k plan, they make investments on your behalf, and that's it. And there's supposed to be someone who, because the 401k company takes some of your money and makes money off of you, the money that you put into it. All right, because they have to manage your money. Well, these people claim that Cumulus did not have someone watching over it to determine if they were getting the most bang for the buck of the people that were putting into the plan. Their claim was that people just put money into it, and then no one kind of monitored it. No one ever checked up on it or changed some of the things you can do with your money to help you make more money quickly with less risk or whatever the fuck. This is just what they've said. Cumulus says, bullshit. We ran that thing beautifully. The people complaining said, no, you did not. This went back and forth. And then I think in February, Cumulus said, all right, fuck this. We're going to settle. Because if this continues, the amount of money that they're putting into defending themselves could become substantial. And if they lose in actually a trial, that could be terrible for them. And then the people who are filing the complaint, they're like, well, all right, we're open to a settlement because we could lose. We don't know what could happen here. So you know who wins? The law firm representing the clients. Cumulus said, we will give the people complaining $1 million. This is our settlement offer. The people complaining agreed to that. I read this entire thing. So the 7 people get money, some money, and they have to split the money with 5,234 other people who work for the company and invested in the 401k plan at that time. Me. So you might think, well, 5,234 people are dividing $1 million. No. First of all, I was reading in the plan, or in this summary, that the least I could get is $10, depending on how much money is left. When the law firm takes out 1/3 of the $1 million, the law firm representing these people is taking out whatever $333,000. $333,333.33. I guess. I don't know. Is that 1/3 of $1 million? So, and $50,000 for quote unquote administrative fees. So that leaves you with $1 million minus $383,000. So then, now if you divide that up, if there's no other costs, and this, it said in the thing, could take years until it's finalized, I would be left with a maximum of $118 from this class action settlement. Now I'm like, that's better than $0. And I'm wondering how that works. Do you think that the 7 people who filed the claim, do you think they were thinking, oh man, this is it, we're going to split all this money? And then they said, well, yeah, but you got to understand that other people were affected. You are representing them. Yeah, there's more people in the class. And they're like, oh, fuck. After all of this shit, Oh, my God. Kyle says, woohoo, $118. You can treat us to Bosco's. You get about $200. Well, then there's fees to lawyers and taxes. Yeah, I didn't even think about the taxes. So that's was it. I read that whole thing thinking that I had a feeling it would go the way it did, but I wish it would have started like the first sentence. You're not really going to make any money here. This is a very, very low amount of money. You can stop reading now. But I read every word of that fucking thing, which is why I was able to piece it together and talk about it with you without any notes, because I was like reading every fucking word of legal speak. It was a real pain in the ass. I mean, even if I took that thing and threw it in the garbage, I'm still going to be sent my check in however long this is going to take. Amy says, I got some money from a class action against Equifax for breach of information. I got about $40 after 3+ years. Kyle says government is going to want their fees. Since this will be considered income and depending on your tax level, you'll be paying on that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that was what occupied some of my time yesterday. Okay, yesterday or last week, I talked about Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally. Oh, my God. This was the dude who, holy crap, is 79-year-old Republican lieutenant governor. And people discovered that he was looking at this 20-year-old dude who, I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about how I would describe this guy. But, I mean, see for yourself. This is Franklin McClure. He is a 20-year-old, born a man, and is a gay Instagrammer. He's very, very proud of that. Awesome. And then he takes these pictures of himself, and then, that's that. Wears a lot of makeup. Okay. Well, the governor, lieutenant governor, was like liking all of his pictures and, as he says, offering words of encouragement. Go get 'em. Great job. Looking good. Good for you. Okay. Now, he didn't say things like, oh, you're so hot, or I want to eat your asshole. All right? But that got enough attention that people were like, what are you doing? And he said, well, I do that with a lot of people. I offer my words of encouragement. I give them thumbs up. So, and Kyle says, ugh. Kyle, who, of course, is one of our beloved gay audience members, says, ugh, dude, eat some burgers and lift some weights. You look more like a chick. Well, maybe that's what he's shooting for. Why do you have to judge, Kyle? Why do you have to judge our men that could be trying to look like a lady? Why am I explaining this to you? What topsy-turvy world are we living in where your old pal Eric Zane is explaining to the gay man about how this works? Kyle says it is a requirement for all gay men. You judge everyone. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's a gay thing. I'm learning things all the time about this. I mean, maybe he's going for that shaved twink look. It's what it appears he looks like. He's very lean, a bit skinny. He's all lubed up, but you can't like count his ribs or anything. Amy says, I live in Saugatuck. This is helpful info. There's a lot of gay people in Saugatuck. Kyle says, this is why gays are not allowed at Planet Fitness. Judgment-free zone. Did not know that either. That's a funny line. You can do Freeburn Hot Wings. What have you learned? All gays judge. Well, anyway. Now, you and I both know that Lieutenant Governor McNally would love to have this dude's ding-dong in his mouth or butt. That is 100% true. But this guy won't admit that. Nope. 79 years old, and he's afraid of how he'll look. So this is where it gets insulting. You know? I mean, I would have a hell of a lot more respect for him if he said, well, sometimes I'm a little gay. And if I think someone looks great, my gayness is going to take over. Well, that's okay. I've been happily married for this long, and I've never had a ding-dong in my butt. So what's wrong with that? And even if there was a ding-dong in his butt at one time, who cares? I mean, I've said to you folks many, many times, your old pal Eric Zane has a slight degree of gayness to him. We've covered this at length. My list of leading men is extensive. Brad Pitt, Clooney, McConaughey, DiCaprio, Dreamboat, Kurt Russell, oh my God. When I sometimes dream, I have gay dreams. Chris Pine, Jeff Bridges, if you go old. Ryan Reynolds, Kenny's, no. I'm not into Ryan Reynolds. That's not my thing. There may be more. Who's the guy that played Star-Lord? That dude. The guy who played Captain Picard, the bald guy. Dreamboat. Also the guy who played Gandalf, Ian something. Ian McKellen. Old Dreamboat. Austin Butler. Young Dreamboat. If this lawmaker just said, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I've been married, but occasionally I like to look at young men. Can you imagine if he actually did that? How people would lose their shit in that hillbilly backward state. Are you kidding me? Now, the Republican colleagues in the state, they had to have a vote and to see if he should be in his leadership post because he's in some type of leadership position as the lieutenant governor. I don't know if he oversees a committee, but they actually said that let's put it to vote. How insulting is that to the gay community that they would want to strip this guy of his leadership because he gave a thumbs up to a gay person? That's terrible. They had a vote to see if he should be taken off of the committee because he, quote unquote, showed support. I mean, even if he if he put an eggplant and said, I want your dick in my butt, he shouldn't be removed from the leadership position. Who cares? But he is staying in the leadership position. 26 people voted, 19 in the Senate voted for him, 7 voted against him. He should keep his leadership post in the wake of revelations and he really didn't do anything other than the thumbs up and then acted like he was just throwing his support to him, which we all know is not true. Revelations that he repeatedly commented on posts of nearly nude photos of a young gay model and other LGBTQ personalities. I love how he tried to pass it off as, oh, yeah, I always just show support. It's like, why were you there? Those people take the photos just to titillate. How can you possibly say, yeah, I'm just giving them encouragement? You fucking idiot. The Senate GOP caucus cast the vote of confidence Monday that the 79-year-old Republican should continue in his dual roles as lieutenant governor and Senate speaker. You know how, like, you speak in front of the group before you have the vote? If it were me, I'd say, look, I have a problem with him being in leadership, not because he's liking this twink's photographs, but because he's lying about why he's doing it. Okay? We all know he wants to put his mouth on that kid's penis, on that 20-year-old's penis. That's what he wants. We all know that. We all are accepting of that. The fact that he's lying about why he's there is why I am voting for removal. Now, if he stands up and says, it's true, what you just said is all true. I do love penis. I do love young twink penis. I will then change. I'll support you. Okay? This is so insulting to gay people. McNally said, I've always been honored, humbled, and grateful for the support of my caucus. I remain so today. For the support of my caucus, I'm going to go suck a caucus. McNally said in a statement Monday, we have a lot of important work left to do as we complete the legislative session. Yeah, whatever. Deflect. Some conservative media outlets and one House Republican lawmaker had called for McNally to leave the post. I wish they would be forced to give a reason. Well, because he's supporting gay people, because he likes gays. However, none of the Republicans in the Senate have publicly said he should step aside. McNally initially stated earlier in this month that he had no intention of stopping. When pressed about why he repeatedly commented on racy social media posts by the 20-year-old twink, he later apologized, saying it was not his intention to embarrass his friends, family, or members of the legislature. Shouldn't be embarrassing. He didn't do anything wrong, right? However, this has received national attention, including being parodied on Saturday Night Live. Particularly, McNally supported legislation restricting where certain drag shows could take place. He announced he's pausing all social media activity, as we talked about. Some of the posts that sparked the most uproar included commenting on a photo of the twink's ass, where he was wearing only underwear, saying, quote, you can turn a rainy day into rainbow and sunshine. McNally then posted a comment using only heart and fire emojis. In a separate post, McNally posted a heart emoji on a photo of the man pulling down his underwear. Come on, man. So what? You're a little gay. That's all gay shit. What's bad about it is that you're acting like you're not, and you're treating this as like something that you should be embarrassed about. The only thing you should be embarrassed about is the fact that, you know, you're married and you got a family. If I would go to all these thirst trap photos and did that, and my wife found out about that, I'd be in deep shit. I would be in so much trouble. She would not like that at all. So so this guy's a fucking clown. It's embarrassing. That's what's embarrassing, his lies. Terrible. Come on, man. Kenny says, I wish he would have said he's a little gay. Eric would love this guy for it if he did. Adnan says the next family reunion is going to be a little awkward for sure. Kuipers says, kind of sounds like someone who did that on a local news person's photo. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I do, but I forget. I'm too busy thinking and doing this to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. Cole says it's a good thing every other problem in this country or Tennessee has been solved so they could waste time on this. Yeah. It would be so fantastic if he said, well, yeah, you know, sometimes I do gay things. I'm a little gay. Happily married, but the guy's got a nice pooper. We can't argue with that. Can you imagine if I was won like a political seat? Let's say I was governor. I would fire so many people who do shit for me. I would fire my speechwriter. I would fire my PR person or spokesperson because I would do all that shit. I would have press conferences similar to what I'm doing now. And just talk. And so, sir, you, if this had happened to me, you like this gay guy's thirst traps. You have anything to say for yourself? Oh, yeah, I bet he's got a sweet dick. I mean, people's minds would be blown at the ridiculous frankness of your old pal, Eric Zane. And you'd be like, we've been seeing this for years. We know he's a little gay. New t-shirt. I'm a little gay. The Eric Zane Show podcast. All right. Hire me on Cameo. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Always have a good time. They're $20 and I won't let you down. Perhaps someone's birthday. Perhaps someone needs a good roasting. Whatever it is. Young or old. Hire me. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Thank you to the Kent County Health Department. March is National Nutrition Month. Kent County Health Department encourages you to visit eatright.org. If you want tips about how to incorporate healthy eating, I should probably check that out. Thank you, Kent County Health Department. Thank you to Sarah Honda Granville, SERRA, sarahhondagranville.com. If you are in the market for a brand new vehicle, go see them at Sarah Honda Granville, SERRA, HondaGranville.com. They are on Kanawha, just north of 44th, next to the Cracker Barrel. Test drive a brand new Honda today. If you want to drive away in a car today, shop the certified pre-owned inventory. Largest selection in the entire state. You can spend hours checking out the cars there. Still under warranty, like new. Find them at Sarah Honda Granville. Today's asshole of the day. Yesterday, it was wife murdering dentist. Today, any suggestions? Oh, this is going to be lame. When in doubt, just make it Cumulus. That's what I'll do. Congrats, Cumulus. You've just won Asshole of the Day, brought to you by TC Paintball. Thank you. Thank you for making me part of your day. I'm flattered each and every day that I can have people actually pay attention to this as we stream online on Twitch. And for listening to the audio podcast. Later on in the day, I, as always, appreciate that. We also had nominations for Joe Moss, Tennessee lawmakers, Lieutenant Governor McNally. He could have all have been there. Yes, but I'm too lazy. Thank you. Till next time, I'll talk to you on Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Have a good one, folks. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Get ready, because Scott's is taking over daylight saving time. It's such a big event that we're calling it day-long saving time. And now it's got real savings. In fact, it's the biggest deals of the year. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action and Easy Seed products today at the Home Depot and Lowe's. Offers available March 9th through 22nd at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact offers.